Assalamu alaikum. Recently, a couple days ago, maybe 2, 3 days ago, Barack Obama did an interview with 60 Minutes. And in his 60 Minutes interview, he went into talking about why black male voter percentages went up for Donald Trump. And he started talking about rap music culture and how maybe that influenced black male voter participation for Donald Trump. What the Democrats seem as if they don't want to understand is that black Americans are getting tired of getting nothing for their votes. This is what they refuse to acknowledge, but it's going to cost them. Within the next, maybe by the next election, the next presidential election, I believe the Democratic Party is going to have serious problems with their base, black Americans. They're going to have a problem because Biden and Kamala are not going to do anything different than what Democrats have been doing for black people, which is throwing a few crumbs. You see, Kamala is a black woman, but she does not represent progress for black people. You have to understand that. Yes, she will benefit from this. She will benefit, but her being there in that office is not going to benefit you. It's not designed to benefit you, and it has never been designed to benefit you. Now, if her mentality was in the right place, then yes, she could advocate for policies to specifically benefit black Americans, more specifically, Native black Americans, more specifically, the people who come from the cotton fields of the South, slavery and Jim Crow in America. Okay? But the reality is, that's not what she's about. Her history has shown us who she is. Joe Biden's history has shown us who he is. Okay? The Democratic Party has shown us who they are. Now, the percentage of black male vote that went for Joe Biden is 86%. There's no other group aside from black women who voted more for Joe Biden. Okay? The Latinos, they're what, 65% voted for Biden. White Americans, it was less than 50% in both cases. Matter of fact, Trump support amongst white women actually went up this election. Okay? Now, of all of those demographic groups, it seems that the Democrats only have criticism for black men. No other group, no other demographic group voted at 86% for Joe Biden, except black women. Black women, I think, was 92%, I believe. So 80%, 86% of the black male vote went to Biden, and yet the Democrats still find the time to have some criticism for black men. But why? These people have shown us that they don't care about us. And this has been their MO for the last 50 years. Now, at one point, black Americans were predominantly Republicans. But as time went on, after some amendments were made to the Constitution and after the Emancipation Proclamation, the Republican Party started to indicate to black people that they didn't feel like anything needed to be done for us. So black people started leaving the Republican Party because the Republicans refused to do anything more for black people. And that's why we left the Republican Party. And these are things that people like Candace Owens and these type of people, they won't address. They never address these issues. The Democrats would do some things for black people. So over time, black people started to go to the Democratic Party. And in the 1960s, when Lyndon Johnson got the civil rights legislation passed in 19, I believe it was 65, it was pretty much a done deal. Black people were solidly Democrat. Okay. But since that time, Democrats have done very little for Native Black Americans. And so this is very clear, and we see it. But Barack Obama doesn't want to deal with that issue. He wants to pretend like as if it's because we like bling and we like rappers and we like women and this, that, and the other, and that's what Trump represents. No, Obama, that's not the case. Black male voter participation dropped for Biden because black people are waking up and they're seeing the Democratic Party for what it is. But when we get to the point where we use our vote as a tool, as a weapon to get what we want from the Democrats, that's when things will really switch. You see, but up until this point, the Democrats have not had to do anything differently because we continuously follow people like Jim Clyburn and run out here and give these people our votes for nothing. You know, so once we get to the point where we refuse to give these people our votes for nothing or for crumbs, because yeah, they'll throw you a few crumbs. They'll give Roland Martin a job, maybe. They'll give Van Jones something. They'll give Angela Rye something. You know, but those are individuals. Those not black people as a whole. Most black people are barely surviving in America. The projection was that by 2053 we would be a wealthless group, but that timeline, COVID has caused that timeline to move up. Black America is in a state of collapse. And don't be an ignorant nigga and say, oh, I got a good job. I got this. I got that. We're not talking about individualism here. Yeah, Snoop Dogg is doing well. Yeah, Oprah is a billionaire. Yes. But Black America as a whole is in a state of collapse. There's over 700,000 black men incarcerated in America in one country. More than all women in every country, in every jail and prison on the planet. The planet. There's more black men incarcerated in America than every country and every country, every jail, every prison in the whole planet. Black America is in a state of collapse, and until we wake up and hold these elected officials that we put in these positions of power and that we give these jobs to address our issues specifically and do things specifically to benefit us, not people of color, not minorities, and all this other nonsense, that's when we'll get what we need from the American government and the American system. Assalamu alaikum.